Christmas dinner. How do you eat yours? Welcome back to day 10 of Vlogmas. So when it comes to Christmas dinner, what type of person are you with regards to what goes on your plate? Are you a traditionalist? It's turkey. Turkey every year would never be anything but. Or do you mix it up a little bit and change it around every year and have something different each time? Do you do goose? Do you do duck? Do you do ham? Do you do roast beef? Or are you one of these? Are you a vegetarian? You know, one of those people that just nips out in the garden, grabs a handful of weeds, throws them on a plate, and that's your Christmas dinner. Now, once you've selected your meat and you know what you're going to be doing with it, do you serve the meat hot on the plate, or do you cook the meat in advance, let it cool down, and then just carve it up and put the meat on the plate cold with everything else around it being hot? And what goes on the plate with your Christmas dinner? Do you have parsnips? Do you have cabbage? Do you have turnip? Do you have potatoes? Mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, roast potatoes? Do you have a mixture of all three? Do you have peas with it? Do you have gravy with it? Do you have stuffing with it? Do you throw a Yorkshire pudding on the top? Now, I know a lot of people are a bit like, Yorkshire puddings aren't on a Christmas dinner, but I like a Yorkshire pudding, and I don't mind Yorkshire puddings being on my Christmas dinner. And then, of course, there's that old favourite, the food of Satan. Do you put sprouts on it? Oh my God, how horrible are they? Definitely the food of Satan, not to be messed with, not to go anywhere near in any circumstances whatsoever. And when Christmas dinner is ready, when do you serve it? Do you have your Christmas dinner around about 12 p.m., 1 o'clock? Or do you have it later in the afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock, something like that? And then, of course, after Christmas dinner, you've got Christmas pudding, dessert, afters, whatever you want to call it. Again, are you a traditionalist? Do you have proper Christmas pudding? Or do you have like a sherry trifle? Or do you have something else? Let me know. And is that something that you would serve when Christmas dinner's finished? So let's assume you've got, I don't know, 5, 6 or more people around on Christmas Day for dinner, and everybody gets served their Christmas dinner. And the minute that's finished and the plates are empty and the plates are cleared, and you take the plates away, is that when Christmas pudding or dessert gets served? Or do you have it later on? I know some people will have their Christmas dinner round about 2 in the afternoon on Christmas Day, and then they'll settle down, watch a bit of TV, and maybe a couple of hours or so later, Christmas pudding will come out. And then there's some people they'll demolish their plate of Christmas dinner, and as soon as that's done and the plates are taken away, the Christmas pudding comes out, and everybody tucks into that as well. Which way do you do it? How do you work it? Does the Christmas pudding follow immediately the Christmas dinner when that's done, or is it put to one side and it's left for a little bit later on when everybody's calmed down a little bit and they're not feeling quite so full from the fact that they've just stuffed their face with every kind of vegetable known to man that's been on the plate for their Christmas dinner? You know, in those Christmas dinners, as it's going on the plate, you need scaffolding around it to actually get it to stand still as you're carrying it from the kitchen you've cooked it into the dining room or the living room or wherever it is. You set the table up for everybody to enjoy it. And of course, the downside, because there is a downside, there's a downside to everything, unfortunately. The downside to making a fantastic Christmas dinner, followed by an amazing Christmas pudding, is the amount of dishes that are left over that are dirty. You know, saucepans, roasting tins, etc., etc., everything that goes in. It always seems as though for Christmas dinner, every single plate, dish, saucepan you have in the house is used, and they're all piled up in the kitchen later on in order to be dealt with, and they have to be washed. And believe me, honestly, and you're probably going to say the exact same thing, after you've been involved in cooking a Christmas dinner for a few people, the last thing on earth you want to do is walk into the kitchen and see every plate, saucepan, dish known to man sitting there filthy, waiting to be washed, covered in grease, covered in bits of food that didn't get finished because somebody couldn't squeeze in that last little mouthful of roast potato or that last couple of peas, or God forbid that last sprout. Why on earth anybody would want them on their plate again? Anyway, how do you do it? Does everybody that comes round as a guest to your house, do they pile in the kitchen, help you with the dishes, or is it down, as usual, is it left to the cook? Whoever the cook is it left to the cook to take care of the dishes? Because by my way of thinking, whoever cooks it shouldn't be in there doing the dishes. It should simply be somebody else that's in there doing the dishes. They should be relaxing, having spent probably half the morning or half the day in the kitchen cooking the Christmas dinner and the pudding in the first place. Now, of course, the other alternative is that you could actually go out for Christmas dinner, or you could go away for Christmas dinner. You could even leave the country and go to a different country for Christmas if you're that way inclined. Which way do you do it? Are you the type of person that stays at home and has your friends and your relatives around for Christmas dinner, some of your family around? Or are you the type of person that just stays at home, has Christmas dinner on your own with your immediate family, and then you go and see other friends and relatives on Boxing Day? Or do you go out to somewhere like a restaurant or a pub these days for Christmas dinner. You know, you book in advance and you pay so much, and then you get there on the day, have your Christmas dinner, and then at the end of that, you leave. You're there with a whole load of strangers that you've never met before, possibly make new friends, have a laugh, and then go home. How do you do it? Also, do you stay in the UK for Christmas? Because obviously it's bloody freezing here at the minute. The storm's gone, so it's not windy. It's not wet. It's dry, but it's absolutely freezing. It's grey and it's miserable. So, do you like that? Do you like a proper winter's Christmas, or would you maybe be interested in going somewhere where it's a lot warmer? You know, somewhere like Spain, Tenerife, Australia. Australia? Can you imagine that? Going to Australia and having the ability to have Christmas dinner wearing maybe a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, or barbecue your Christmas dinner, or maybe have Christmas dinner on the beach, or even have your Christmas dinner, have your pudding, and then nip down to the beach, get your swim trunks on, your swimsuit on, get in the sea, and have a bit of swim around to swim off some of that food that you've just filled yourself with. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if it would feel right or wrong. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever been to a warmer climate for Christmas dinner, or even if it's something you're planning on doing this year. You know, you're flying out before Christmas and then flying back in after Christmas. Because personally, all through the time I've grown up, I've been used to having Christmas in the freezing cold, where everybody's tucked in the house and trying to get as warm as possible. I don't know how it would feel to be somewhere on the beach when it's nice and hot, or somewhere just in a warmer climate, warmer weather. I think I'd like it because I don't do cold, I do hot and I do warm. So I think it'd be good, but I don't know how that would work. I don't know if it would mess with your mind at all or mess with your brain. You know, the fact that you wake up one morning, it's Christmas Day, and it's 35 degrees outside or something like that. I don't know how that would work. Let me know if you've done that or if you're planning to do that. Most intrigued about that one. Now, we've actually reached day 10 of Vlogmas. We're into double figures. The countdown is on. We're getting there. If you're just new here, and this is the first video you've seen on my channel because YouTube's recommended to you, yes, this is definitely a car channel, hence the name 00 Garage. It's definitely a car channel. I know it doesn't look like it at the minute with Vlogmas going on, but it is just Vlogmas. So all the subscribers that are out there, thank you for continuing to support the channel and watching the videos while I work my way through the entirety of Vlogmas. There is going to be some car stuff in there like there was yesterday, and there is going to be some more car stuff coming in the middle of Vlogmas. Obviously, I'm going to try and get the car stuff worked in as much as I possibly can, but I wanted to give Vlogmas a go. It's something I've heard about for a couple of years now on YouTube, and I didn't really know whether it would actually work with an automotive channel or a car channel at all. So I thought I'd give it a go this year. So if you're a subscriber that's here for the car stuff, don't panic, don't worry. Car stuff will return. We'll get back into it. I'm just taking a bit of a break while the weather's absolutely freezing and having a bit of fun with Vlogmas. A lot of you that are watching it seem to be enjoying it, and there's a lot of you commenting on it. So hopefully it is something that you are enjoying, you are liking. And if you don't want to watch any of the Vlogmas things, there's always the back catalogue of all the stuff I've done in the cars. If you haven't watched all that already, I think there's somewhere in the region of 300 or so, or just over 300 videos of all the car stuff and the car events I've been to. I will try and squeeze as much car stuff into it as I can, but I thought I'd have an opportunity for a change and throw some Vlogmas stuff in here as well. So thank you very much for continuing to support the channel, and thank you loads to everybody that's watched the videos, and I think you're enjoying the videos because you're certainly commenting on them. But thanks so much for that. Car stuff will return as soon as possible. And when you're buying all your ingredients for your Christmas dinner, how do you get those? Where do you get those from? Do you go to one of the major supermarket chains and get all your stuff from there, fresh or frozen? Or do you go to an actual butcher on your high street or on someone else's high street and you get it all fresh from there? Do you have fresh meat, or do you get a frozen meat and defrost it beforehand? Do you get it on the 23rd? Do you get it on the 22nd? Or have you already got it? Have you already got all your food in and it's all in tins and in bags and in the freezer and frozen, and you're preparing and getting it all ready in order to have everything cooked up for the day? Do you go all out and buy a whole load of food, or do you keep it minimal and just get enough in to last you over the course of Christmas Day? Which way around do you do that? Now, I suppose the big question really is, do you have Christmas dinner because you feel that you should? Given the opportunity, given the choice, would you rather have the huge Christmas dinner that everybody always has, or would you rather have something like a snack, like a normal everyday lunch, you know, soup and a couple of bread buns, or a couple of sandwiches, or a salad, or something like that? Given the choice, would you prefer to have your Christmas dinner that you have every year, or would you prefer to have something a little more minimal, or a little more minimalistic and a little simpler, just to make life that little bit easier. How do you do it? Do you feel pressured into having the traditional Christmas dinner? Or do you feel as though you couldn't care less and you're going to have whatever you want to have for Christmas dinner? How do you eat yours? Well, I've waffled on enough. Oh, waffles? Oh God, I'm so hungry. I really could have picked a better subject to talk about on today's video. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. So I'm going to go and find something to eat because I'm absolutely starving now. All this talk about Christmas dinner, trifles and Christmas pudding. Oh my God. Right then, so if you've enjoyed this video, press the like button on the way out. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more of this wacky stuff that's turning into Vlogmas. We're in day 10. Did I say that? We've made it to day 10. And I'll see you in the next one tomorrow night, again, 7 p.m. Bye for now.